Under the root hair cell, we have already laid the functions. We go to the adaptations. Root hair cells has an elongated outgrowth, long extension, which increases the surface area for faster diffusion during absorption. Absence of chloroplast to create more room for absorption. And finally, root hair cells has a high concentration of mitochondria to provide energy for active absorption as well as transportation of mineral salts. In addition, root hair cells are numerous, which further increase their surface area. There are many root hair cells. So the other cell, the plant cell, which we should know is the xylem. The xylem, its function is to conduct or conduction of water and mineral salts. Then the mechanical support of a plant. Adaptation. So adaptation of the xylem is number one. It is the end walls of neighboring cells broken to form continuous tubes. So protoplasm is absent, leaving a whole space in the middle of the cell. Walls are lignified or filled with lignin to provide mechanical support. So that's the function, the adaptation of the xylem cell. So we have another cell which is known as the muscle cell. The muscle cell is found in animal. The functions of the muscle cell, it is for contraction to produce movement. In order for us to move, there is a need to have a muscle cell which helps us to move for locomotion. Adaptation, abundance of mitochondria to release energy for action. Presence of action and the myosin filaments in the cytoplasm which carry out contraction. That is what a muscle cell does. Then the red blood cell is also known as the erythrocyte. Its functions, transportation of oxygen and small amount of carbon dioxide. That is the function of the red blood cell. Adaptation is that it has got a biconcave disc. It looks like a disc shape to increase the surface area for diffusion of oxygen. Then the presence of red pigment called hemoglobin, which has the high affinity attraction for oxygen. So hemoglobin combines with oxygen to do what? To form hemoglobin when oxygen concentration are high, which is in the lungs. That is the example in the lungs. When oxygen concentrations are low in the muscles, hemoglobin dissociates, forming hemoglobin and oxygen. So they split to form that hemoglobin as well as oxygen. The next point is the nerve cells. So those are nerve cells. Under nerve cells, we have the function to conduct electrical impulses, which is the nerve impulses from one part of the body to another. The other one, adaptations, presence of dendrites that collect impulses from neighboring cells. Okay, the nerve cells, it's the other cells which helps us for under the topic known as the nervous system. They're the ones that helps us to sense. If you touch something which is hot, you'll be able to remove your hand because there are nerve cells in our fingers or on our fingers. So they have got those things. So they have presence of axon. There's this presence of axon that carries impulses from one end to end of the neuron to another. Then presence of synaptic knob that forms a link with other neurons. Presence of knobs of larynx that makes impulses move fast. Yes, that is what we have under the